Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, how are you? I wish that everybody is healthy and happy by staying at home with your family and keep yourself safe and healthy because we know that the pandemic of COVID-19 is not over yet. Okay, today we are going to study about some new material that is about explanation text. The basic competence of studying explanation text is like that you can see here in the slide. Among them is that at the end of studying explanation text, you have to be able to produce an explanation text. What is explanation text? You want to know about explanation text more? Okay, now let's discuss one by one. First thing first, the learning goes by the end of studying about explanation text. You will be able to understand about why and how a certain phenomenon, some phenomena happen. And why is it important too to study explanation text? Because in UTBK or ujian tulis berbasis komputer, explanation text is always tested. So I think this is really important to study about explanation text for you. And then the next one, what is a phenomenon that we are going to discuss? Phenomenon, or in Indonesian, we can call it phenomena. Apa sih fenomena? What is phenomena? What is phenomenon? Or what are phenomena? Phenomena is the plural form of phenomenon. Phenomenon is a kind of fact or situation that can be observed. You can observe the fact. You can observe the situation. And you need some explanation how and why it happens. So that is called by phenomenon. And there are some examples of phenomena. We know that there are natural phenomena and there are social cultural phenomena. How rain happen, how rainbow happens, how tsunami happens, and then flood, earthquake, and then hailstorm, also landslide happen, and why it happened, it is called or discussed in explanation text. So explanation text is talking about how and why a certain phenomenon happens. Phenomena are not only natural phenomena, but it can also be a kind of social or cultural phenomena. You can see here there is some kind of phenomenon. It is a kind of smoking addiction among youngsters. And then internet. Internet is kind of phenomenon which deals with social or lifestyle of people nowadays. So here you can read by yourself here some example of phenomena. Now, what is the definition and what is the genetic structure on the purpose of studying about explanation text? Okay, you see here the definition. I have told you about the definition, and then we can also talk about the genetic structure of explanation text. The genetic structure of explanation text is consisting of one is the generic or the general statement of the phenomenon that we are going to discuss, and then the stages on the explanation how and why the phenomenon happens. So if you don't really understand with my explanation in English, I can tell you in Indonesian in short. So when we talk about explanation text, we talk about sebuah fenomena dan bagaimana fenomena itu terjadi dan mengapa itu terjadi. Kita ambil contoh, we take an example of let's take an example of tsunami. Bagaimana tsunami terjadi dan mengapa tsunami terjadi? You can study how and why tsunami happens from your geography material or subject. Okay, so you can cross the material of explanation text to other subject that you study now in high school. So for example, like you can also wonder, pengen tahu about the phenomenon of what's that? The social phenomenon of why youngsters are addicted to smoking, for example. So you can study about it in the material or the subject of sociology. And then there are some sequence of explanation, which consists of stages why it happens. What is the difference between procedure and explanation text then? Procedure text is talking about how to make something, how to do something, creating something, but not about a phenomenon, but not about natural or social phenomenon. And then we come to how to write an explanation text. First, you have to put the title, what the title that you are going to deal with, and then mention about the statement. For example, like you want to talk about flood. What is flood? That should be put in the first paragraph. The next paragraph is about sequential of uh, the explanation of the phenomenon. So that when we talk about flood happens because people are reluctant, are neglecting about the condition of the land. People are very careless to throw away some garbage so that the garbage um, is full in the river, so that the flow of the water from the mountain is stuck and then the flood happened, something like that. And then when you write down some explanation text, it's better if you put some kind of a picture of drawing or some kind of graphics that support your sequential chronological order or explanation, so that people can have some better view about what you are talking about. Okay, and then about the language features usually used in explanation text, we usually use some kind of passive voice. Why using passive voice? Because in explanation text, the subject is not important, but the activity is more important. And then we use simple present tense because it happens naturally. And then we use action verb. We also use connective word such as firstly, and then finally, etc. Here is some example of explanation text. I give you some example of how and why spring seasons happen. Here, I will read it. Spring occurs as a result of the planet warming up after a plunge in the temperature during winter. The first statement is a kind of um, what's that? Strong opening statement, and then followed by there are several biological indicators that signal the season's arrival. Plants start to bloom, hibernating animals resume their activities, etc., etc. So you can see the stages that how spring seasons happen and why spring seasons happen. Okay, students, the next one is the assignment. You can check in here in the slide, do the assignment, and I will wait for your assignment. You can hand in your assignment by Friday, 19 February 2021 at 12 a.m. Okay, once again, this is a very short uh, video. I wish that my short explanation is very useful for you. I wish that you understand what I'm talking about, and happy studying. Goodbye. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.